Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Irongol Heavy Metal Championship from Final Fantasy Randomizer. I am Dark EX, joined in the booth by Sonny Wrath. Sonny, how's it going over there?
Hey, it's going well, Dark Moon. I am looking forward to this Irongol matchup of DVS versus Caleb doing some double anti-bingo. This is going to be quite interesting.
Delightful. It's going to be delightful, I think. For those of you unfamiliar with double anti-bingo, what we are looking at is they are going to have to take care of two lines. One that their opponent has chosen for them, which we have marked off with a poker chip, and then any one line of their own that they want on the bingo board. As you can see from the rows that we have available right now, Caleb, in blue, will need to take care of row 5, while DVS in green will need to take care of that angled line from the bottom left up to the upper right. Now, they're going to be playing in some modified form of Chaos Rush, so pretty much the world is their oyster, except for the fact that... Oh yeah, no, it looks like everything's fine. They both decided to go to Canary Castle first. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's not very often you can see Canary Castle just immediately dove into. But the item that the king has is the canoe, which is a nice find just to start with. And then we have Life, Invis 2, Cure 2, and I didn't see what else at level 1 Black Magic. Oh, is that a level 1 nuke?
It is. I want to point out Life and Invis and Cure is all in the Black Magic shop, and Nuke was over in the White Magic shop. They done mixed their spell books.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, but it makes the fact that Caleb decided to take 2 white mages a whole lot more useful right now.
It really does.
It does. Like, if he had that white magic, the lives and the invises, I don't think he would have complained. But having 2 nukes on your casters, well, that's just a happy day right there.
It really is. DVS going into the Chaos Shrine, finding out that it is Sky 1.
Gets an eye immediately. That's some levels. I would immediately walk that out because you're suddenly go from level 1 to level 6 and save because you could get a bad man and then just die. And yeah, that's okay.
I mean, exactly as you said. And hey, look, more Batman.
Yeah, what I would do probably is I'd go right into that room, stand right outside the entrance, get that eye right now, since you know it's a free kill. Just pick up 6 levels, because 6 levels is huge in the early game. Immediately go and save and move on with my life.
It's a lot of nuke charges to start off.
Yeah, level 1 nuke, that, 6 is going to get you at least 3 or 4 charges? Per?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's huge.
Alright, we got Bridge Boss going on DVS's side. Didn't quite see what was over at Dwarf Cave, or if he even made it to Dwarf Cave, but he is heading up to Matoya's Cave, where, hey look, that's Bottom Marsh.
I haven't looked to see what is incentivized or not. I'm going to do that right now because, you know, it's Chaos Rush. You don't kind of think about too much about the incentives, but it's Chaos Rush, which means you get a huge bonus for every incentive item you get. Knowing whether or not Marsh is incentivized could be useful.
Oh, very much so. That is a huge possibility. Alright, DVS going over to Provoca, finding that it is Sea Greed to start with. Immediately runs into the Sahagan pack with cap +9s. That's actually quite nice.
The Sahagan Pagan?
Yep, the Sahagan pack and some pain.
And then a fairly free volcano floor.
Oh, very much so. Looks like Caleb is starting exploration as DVS finds the Ice Incentive Room. But
Okay,
Dark Moon is Ice incentivized.
Yeah, I was about to say, for everything except for Marsh, incentives are on. So that Marsh floor they found, not so useful. That ice floor they found, if they can get to it, that's going to be very useful. And we do have 23 locations with 23 items in the incentive pool, including the Mazamoon, Thor Hammer, Opal Bracelet, Power Gauntlet, both shirts, and the ribbon. Most of that probably being very useful Item magic is on, though, so who knows exactly how useful all of that will be.
And is that an unleashed Wormec?
I believe so, yes. They found that sitting there.
Yeah,
Yup.
bud.
Yeah, buddy. So, they have made themselves quite the mess right here.
I love it. I love this mess right now. It is a glorious mess, and a mess that I would love to run personally.
So let's go over what they have in the way of tiles. Caleb is not allowed to use any cabins or houses, so that might be part of the reason why they haven't bought things to save and go save that eye. The only thing they can use to save right now are tents. He also needs to defeat Tiamat 1, gain 40,000 gold in one shop from selling things, visit every room on the Kraken 1 floor, and see Scorch or Blaze. Meanwhile, DVS also has to not use cabins or houses. He needs to visit Bahamut. That doesn't mean he has to class change. He just has to go and say hi. Kill 3 different giants, hit level 40 on at least one character, and not use Temper. Interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna be quite interesting.
And one thing I also appreciate, DVS has the multi-instrumentalist Sarah flag turned on because he is lugging around a tuba.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Canaria selling cabins, or did they have tents?
If they had tents, they should have bought some. If they didn't have tents and they just had cabins, no one's gonna buy them right now.
Okay.
Because they're not allowed to. I mean, they can buy all they want, they just can't use them.
The only reason I'm curious is because if that was a cabin, then that kinda sucks.
Yeah.
For both DVS and Caleb.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks a lot. They have to go find some other way around to go get, like, tents from maybe Provoka or Elfland. And that's gonna be all they're doing. Now, Scimitar plus 8 is nice. Pro Rings plus 8 I saw is nice. Heck, wood shields, iron armor. Okay, admittedly, the thief can't use all of that, and I think they both look like they didn't decide to go with fighters, but there's some copper bracelets plus 7. I mean, depending upon what the scaling's at, that's endgame armor right there.
I think DVS has already forgotten that cabins aren't supposed to be used.
Well, if that's the case, we will make sure we let him know in the bingo room.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he just picked up 11 cabins. He did.
And I've let him know.
Which, I mean, it's an oops moment, but...
It is. It is. It's force of habit. You don't remember it. But, yeah, I've let them know in the bingo room that they need to, but, yeah, that's a problem.
Just a slight one.
Just a skosh.
A very, very minute problem, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
with him actually going after the eyes, that's an encounter I honestly do power cycle and then get that first encounter inside of the room, and then immediately hit the teleporter to get back out.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's great. I mean, if you can find an item you can use to grind on that, that's fantastic. It's gonna have to be tents.
Yep. All tents to save.
So I'm trying to let DVS know in any place that I can that he has to start over because he used a cabin and we saw it. But until he does... Oh, there it is. Okay. mean, I feel bad doing that to him, but rules are rules.
They are.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this also gives him the opportunity to re-roll.
Yeah, and if he's sitting there going, you know what? Let's do 2 white mages.
Alright, so with DVS restarting, rolling the same party at that, which really isn't a bad idea.
No, I mean,
knows
I like the party
the
for what
eyes
it is. I mean, it's still, you still want to hedge your bets, because, you know, at least he knows life and his two are here, and that might be a consideration for him.
Oh yeah, that's very, very true. So, we'll end up seeing what DVS does now. I mean, he knows where the canoe is for free, and Caleb's running through all the rooms, but I don't know if he has the Mystic Key, and that's a Badman tile. This is not a good tile to find.
No, especially since they have Glance. We already know that they are nasty guys. Oh, and Dazzle. Well, they're dead. So...
Rip Caleb.
Yeah, I really don't feel like DVS is all that far behind for that happening, because they didn't really have much in the way of levels, either of them, and for the first 10 minutes, it's just exploration right now and finding exits.
It really is.
Yeah. I think that oopsie happened probably at the best possible time it could have for him. I also want to point out that wood armor +8, that is really nice armor for that P. Again, that's like near end-game armor, depending upon what you're doing and how much you care. You just need enough absorb that you can take a hit maybe while you're getting your invises up. Now, if he's gonna run the black belt, he may not care about that at all.
Oh, DVS got initiative on the Badman with the 3 characters alive, netting a lot of EXP and getting level 9 right there.
Hey guys, see, it all worked out for it. Was just RNG manipulation. Use a cabin, restart the game, manipulate the RNG. Perfect.
It was beautiful RNG manipulation is what it was. That was fantastic for DVS.
That really helps to make up for his mistake. He's got the money to go buy, like, 4 pro rings now, which I think I would at +8 on them. Those are immediate +5s.
Yeah, the amount of absorb that would be gathered from those 4 pro rings is so much.
16 per, I think? 8 + 8, if I'm not mistaken, plus the death protection. That is massive. That is so good for your mages.
And if I remember correctly, I think he knows where Temple of Fiends might be.
Grigglypuff in chat rooting for the tuba. Toot toot!
Too bad it's not the euphonium.
We have such good instruments in here.
Alright, this time DVS remembering to not buy cabins, because it's a thing.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's not a mistake he's gonna make again.
Oh, Caleb surviving with just the 1 white mage up.
Oof. Ooh. So for those just joining us, I want to remind everyone that this is double anti-bingo. The players have to complete 1 row that has been picked out for them by their opponent, which you will see we have marked off with poker chips on the layout. And then they also have to do 1 row on their own for 2 double rows, making the double part. And then, once they've done that, they go and they kill Chaos. That is the rules of this game. As people are putting out in chat, Egg survived with just 1 HP. Now Egg is beefy and does not care about these stacks.
I mean, that egg went from, you know, just a tiny little, we'll call it like a grade C egg, to a grade AA egg.
Ooh, if these Agamas aren't super beefy and they're not hitting for much, this could be massive experience for this warrior white mage.
It doesn't look like they have much HP at all.
I agree with this beating them down. You know that they've got to be close to death at this point. And they don't even seem to have any skills.
Well, Bloodworth saying it in chat, only need one to win, which is very, very true.
I have actually rocked some Warrior White Mage strats before, and you know, you joke about it, but they are surprisingly good.
As long as they can survive.
Oh! That's a pity.
He knows where the tile is, though, and that is huge. Alright, DVS finding the Sharknado floor. Running into Giant Iguana there off the start. I mean, it's true, though.
Oh, apparently I was muted. I'm sorry. As I was saying, that's no giant. That's no small iguana. That's a giant iguana. Have to punish everyone with my awful pun there.
That's just punishment.
But So yes, this is going to be some form of Chaos Rush. They said it was Chaos Rush, but from everything I've seen from them so far, not the most rushy of Chaos Rushes. Still, that's going to imply that we have a short Topher, that they've already gotten the loot, which, at least in the case of DVS, is a tuba. Once they're ready to go into Chaos, the Chaos part is not going to take that long. It's just fulfilling the requirements of the board first is what needed this is going to be.
Absolutely, and DVS finding out that the trap tile there being wizards is kind of welcome because they're not going to do too terribly much damage.
Truth. Caleb, though, has hit the mother load here.
Oh yeah, and he's got all the light warriors up. He is about to just cruise.
I mean, I wouldn't stick around here too long because you still have to get out of here, and you've got a double lap to do here. But I mean, a couple times across the tile is nice, and you know where it is for later when you're ready to do whatever kind of grind it is you're wanting to. Although with double thief, double white mage, grinding may not be as big a concern for him. Really, it just depends on how bad Temple of Fiends rolls.
Especially since he does have that nuke on the white mage at level 1. It's going to be extremely useful, very versatile, and DVS finds Melman. Level 5 white magic with Fire 3, Lamp, Cure, and Rub, by the looks of it. And black magic with Armor, Mute, Stun, Ice 2. Those were the 3 that I caught. And the last one's probably not going to matter too terribly much.
Still, liking those Copper 7 bracelets as well. Those are pretty.
Great for evasion.
And a +7, is that better than a silver at +1?
It's better than a base silver. I believe it is better than a silver +1.
Plus the evade bonus on top of that. This is math. We need to stop doing math on Twitch.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm doing the math in my head.
Okay, so boss scaling is up to 300%. That tells me we are likely looking at least a little bit of a grind. Meanwhile,
probably 31 on the thieves, maybe a 32 or a 42 black belt.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Meanwhile, experience is only 3 times plus 5% per key item, so collecting key items is nice, certainly going to help you with progression through the bingo board, not feeling as essential for your EXP growth, though.
Yeah, I mean, right now, though, with the grind that's been found by Caleb, especially hitting that Agama tile with Frosties, it's quite substantial. And DVS finding Warmech there, since Warmech is unleashed. That's scary, but able to get away.
Yeah, it's scary, but something very important, as Will Bloodworth is pointing out as well, I was just about to mention also, has Cure 4, which is Vital Knowledge, and it's especially important because all final boss is not on. So outside of that Unleashed War Mech, you never have to worry about seeing that Cure 4 again. The bosses at the end of the game, not gonna have it.
Which is nice.
Very nice. That is valuable knowledge I don't think we got from our previous encounter with him. And you gotta love it when your Black Mage is the one to melee down Garland.
For 199 damage at that.
That was some serious damage off that Black Mage. You go!
That Black Mage just looked at Garland and was like, yeah, no, I'm not feeling it. Get out of here.
You want to throw down? Huh? What? What was that?
Hey, it's a War Mech.
Yeah, that's a very Unleashed War Mech right there.
Alright, DVS is going after these slimes. Gonna see if he can nuke them down. Gets 4 of the 6, unfortunately. Isn't able to finish them off before he runs away.
Yeah, that's that Final Fantasy special for you.
As Caleb is working on taking down some mages. He's got an amazing encounter. But DVS go on to see what Princess Sarah has, and she has... Well, the king has the canoe, but what does she have? She has the Oxy Ale this time around.
So that opens up a couple things. Oxy Ale... I mean, at least when you're over in the on-rack area, you can check and see what's underneath that dungeon. We can't really necessarily say it gates anything, though, because we're not actually certain if it gates anything because of the entrance shuffle they have going on.
Yeah, there's still a possibility that it could gate something, but there's not a complete likelihood that it does.
Yeah.
The Northwest Castle from DVS being one of the Cardia Isles. Let's see what's in here. 2,000 gold, just about. A cabin that can't be used and a stick. +9.
One reason why Caleb did that whole dive of Ice Cave, as you will note, he marked off on the board, defeat every trap tile in Ice Cave.
Which is a good play.
That puts him within 2 squares of finishing off that line. I think when we actually get to... Marsh 3 is Marsh Bottom, isn't it?
Yes, that is Marsh Bottom.
So we know where Marsh Bottom is. When Caleb gets in there, we are more than likely going to see him do a pop-in on every single room there. And whenever he finds on the mermaid floor, those mermaids are getting a nice talking to. He's going to go up, he's going to say hey to each of them, get their number.
Well, he's got to get the Mystic Key first, though, before he actually ends up doing that.
Does he?
For every room in Marsh 3?
You're right. I hadn't thought about that. I'm like, you can just check all the 3 rooms. Nope, wait, there's another room there that you can't do anything with.
Correct. He's done the top 3.
Okay.
But he needs the Mystic Key in order to do the last row. And DVS finding Mirage 2, which we affectionately call greater than, less than, and finds a waterfall just past that. This could be huge, but the Mudgulls, oh, they're doing Mudgull things.
The procedurally generated waterfall is commonly known as Caleb's Bane. We have seen him on more than one occasion get stuck in an infinite loop in one of these, which, I mean, for us is hilarious, but he doesn't appreciate it when we laugh at him in his misery.
I mean, waterfall infinites are a thing.
They are. I mean, if you look at the maps, pretty much every single map is technically an infinite scroll. It's just because of the way that the walls are put around, you don't notice it.
That is very, very true. Caleb has obtained the cube and is now in Temple of Fiends to fight down Garland. Let's see how quickly his fight goes. As DVS finds the robot. Getting hit with some damage poison, this is not good.
No, that's a nasty one right there. Hey, there's a cube cabin you can't use. And the adamant, which will be useful when we find a work there.
Yes, but the question is, where is that dwarf cave going to be?
Where is Dwarf Cave? Ooh, yeah, you can see him pausing going, can I kill this? I mean, what? Again, Warrior Black Mage! Oh, Shadow Flames letting us know Dwarf Cave is vanilla. Thank you, our tracker, staying on top of the entrances, since we have a whole lot going on here today.
DVS running out after getting that adamant, immediately running into a blue D after a green D. He's got all the dragons.
Unfortunately, kill 3 different kinds of dragons is... Oh, wait, it is on here! Kill three different dragons. This gives him 2 of the 3. No, Tiamat does not count. Nor do Agamas.
But Agamas aren't dragons, so it only makes sense that they don't count.
They're dragon-like.
Not really.
Oh, an Axe-Cal +2, which doesn't help anyone.
A useless sword +2.
That said, they do have in here the gain 40,000 gold in one shop. So, depending upon how well that X-Cal sells for...
It's very possible.
Mm-hmm. Catmen. Catmen doing Catmen things.
I mean, they're just mans that are cats.
Rare. Caleb's backwards walking sprite still mess with my head.
Yeah, I'm watching that and I'm just like, I don't know how to feel about this.
Does Caleb deleting a dragon NPC count as killing a dragon? No, it does not.
It'd be nice if it did. That'd be hilarious.
That would be really hilarious. No, it does not. This bingo board actually technically predates our NPC guillotine, so a lot of these tiles are based on, you know, the definitions as per that time period beforehand.
Alright, DVS exiting this dive after getting some good stuff in it too, as Caleb is in an encounter with some bones and a crawler.
Use a tent. Save.
He doesn't have a tent.
Oh, no! DVS, no! Because we know Warmech is unleashed, and we do not want to see one on the water.
I mean, if a mech ambush does happen, though, at least the knowledge of it having Cure 4 is there.
Got a can't hold something, missed what it was.
Harm 3 shirt, +1.
I'd take it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. -1.
I'd still take it. The Harm 3 is not the best spell. There are better versions of, like, Dollar Store Nuke out there, as Lord Fizzlebeak would say. But, considering how many undead we've seen in awkward areas, Harm 3 shirt's not bad.
No, it's not too bad at all. I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
And if nothing else, it's yet another thing he can sell.
That is very true. But he does make the save in Canaria, and he's back on the sea. As Caleb is fighting some bluties.
Again, I'm expecting he's also thinking about trying to get that kill 3 dragons tile. When he already got 2 of the 3 showing up immediately, he's just trying to do it.
I mean, there are only 2 left to go through, unless they encountered one of them on ice.
Wow, you're right, there really is only like 4 dragons in here. No, there's 5, there's zombie Ds. Frost red, gas blue, zombie, that's 5.
I mean, I'm saying, well, yeah, but they've also already had the zones for 3 of them, with the blue D, the gas D, and the frost dragon.
Are the zones actually... I guess they are proper, I just keep, like... Yeah, they are. Okay, the zones haven't been messed with. My head's just been messed with. Okay, Caleb, that's a dead end.
I mean, Caleb's just having fun moonwalking, which is probably messing with your head anyway.
He might have also been, like, purposely trying to pull a Ghastly if he could get the second dragon taken care of.
Oh, DVS has found a beautiful place known as the Sea Split.
Yes. Beautiful maybe in the sarcastic sense.
I'm actually being quite serious here, because the Sea Split in and of itself can yield a lot of information in Entrance and Floor Shuffle. So we'll see what information DVS gets, as well as if there's an incentive location here with the potential of the floater.
We'll see what he gets. I see what you did there.
Hey, look, it's Sarda.
And the bottle. So we need Gaia, but we can deal with that bottle when we get there.
Taking a chug.
Map check.
Alright. DVS heading over to the other side of Sia as Caleb is fighting off some mummies.
And Accardia. Oh, so not a lot of information, but some good stuff in here nonetheless.
A little more information than none, given that Sarda was there, but yeah, all things considered, not that full of information this time around.
But you have the bottle, that's not nothing. And you can see those pro rings and copper bracelets are doing some serious work when your black mage is getting punched by, like, the seafood party pack for 1 damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah! He's a little tank right now.
Alright, DVS heading up to the ice cave. Let's find out what's over there, as Caleb is working on getting out of Mirage 2. I still love how Caleb's just moonwalking everywhere.
We did a Irongol special at one point where he actually rolled the flags using his ROM. Forgot to use, like, the vanilla one, so everyone was playing with backwards walking and eggs, and a lot of us were really confused. I know at least 2 players quit immediately. It's like, I'm not moonwalking through this scene.
Oh, I would. DVS actually reset out of that bottle, and I don't believe he has it anymore.
I mean, it's not a hard check for him to get in a bit, but that is surprising.
Hello, Northwest Castle at Titan's East, and what's going to be at Earth Cave?
Jack Squad.
Perfect. Good old moonwalking.
I think DVS actually reset all the way back to Canaria there. Once he had the information.
Yeah, I believe all things considered what he did was mainly an info dive.
Yeah. Time saving, info dive, get back to where you were, start over in a different area. I can see that.
Since he's got the canoe, though, I do believe we're looking at a play over to the Ordeals location to see what actually lies here.
March top. And he nopes out.
I mean, I would too. But truth be told, all that's really needed is the XP.
That said, something to point out is we know where 2 Cardia floors are. One of the tiles on here is Octa 5 Cardia Dragons. I don't think DVS is worried about that particular line, but it's early enough in here that it is a touch surprising that he didn't go and talk to them.
So the crown ended up yielding the ruby, and DVS knows where both of the Titans' locations are.
But Titan's Trove is incentivized, so that at least gives him that.
Yes, but he does not have the crown. That was Caleb's turn in, and I believe Caleb also knows where both of the entrances for Titans are.
So, if DVS did reset out of that bottle, that's awkward, because now we know where the bottle can be turned.
Yeah, that's a little really awkward.
Yeah. Oops. Oh, Xcal sells for nothing. If you're hoping to make your 40 grand in a single shop there, you're not going to be doing it from the Xcal. Oh, hey,
Yeah,
Warmack.
DVS realizes he reset out of that bottle and did not actually go out of Sardis Cave, and he's kicking himself a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, so Warmack could be nice and just cast Cure 4 while you run away. Warmack could be mean and cast Thunder on you.
That's fun. DVS going into Waterfall and finding... It's a volcano floor. This is a hot waterfall.
It's a steam bath.
Yeah, sounds about right.
One thing that our runners are looking for currently is the steel armor. Because we know from the Canaria shop where wood and iron are, if they can find the spot that has steel, they can fulfill one of the tiles of keep wood, iron, and steel armor in their inventory.
DVS just found a huge floor right here with the mermaids.
Worms! And now he's gonna go murder 5 of them.
That's 2 mermaids.
Let the mermaid slaughter begin.
Just straight up, you mermaids don't matter. Chop.
And the crystal, which I don't think we know where to turn that in yet.
Yeah, Matoya has not been seen yet, but right now, with everything in mind, this kind of leads me to believe that there's more than likely going to be a floater from the bottle turn-in. 3 mermaids dead.
I think it's 4, actually.
The 4th.
Yep. There we go.
5 mermaids dead for DVS.
And now he's just killing them because he can. You monster!
No, he's just turning them into bubbles. If they get in your way, you
she wasn't in his way, though!
They're always in the way.
Realistically, he probably just forgot how many he talked to. So with that corner spot right there, he is actually 2 away from being able to finish 2 different tiles there. Leaving only the center that he'd have to really focus on at some point. Not bad.
Absolutely, and Caleb is in the C-split now at Volcano, about to encounter Sardis Cave.
Oh, and for the record, DVS is going to take his black belt to 42, because he already is required to take 1 character to level 40 anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
No reason not to get those last 2 levels when you know that the scaling's at 300%. Encounter table's a little gross in this section right here. That was 3 back-to-back so far.
Hey, sometimes it happens, and hey, look, there are houses, but not tents.
Caleb went away from taking out row 2.
Yep, Caleb might end up going after row 2.
Which means we're gonna see a very spicy, probably a ninja grind, I would guess. I mean, I'm voting for White Samurai personally, but
it's gonna depend on if the defender or ruse is found. And hey, DVS, I hope you enjoy an unfortunate death.
this seed has not been kind to DVS, that is for sure. So if you can find a stack of intents somewhere, I would probably buy a lot of them. I mean, the Agama grind is nice, but it's deep inside of Ice Cave, whereas that I grind right outside the Temple of Pete's location, that's like almost instantly off the power cycle right there. Go in, grab it, immediately pop back out. That would probably be my ideal grind.
Oh, he ended up surviving that thunder coming out from Wormek and ended up having everybody alive. That was really good luck.
Nice. This is an interesting format, I must admit. It's fun doing this because it adds a whole new level of, like, completion requirements to the game.
Oh yeah, it changes things around very much so, but it definitely makes things a bit more enjoyable.
Uh-huh. Anyone that's sitting there going, the base game's kind of vanilla feeling at this point, even with the changes, this helps a lot.
It most definitely does. It gives you a much different outlook on the game in and of itself. Alright, DVS going back into Provoca to dive the ice incentive and get the crown that ended up coming out of here. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sorry, Go ahead.
No, it may not be bad to do a little bit of a grind, just to at least get some stuff online. But the incentives themselves, with the percentage yielded from the key items, it's probably going to be a little bit better to do incentives themselves.
Yeah. If you can. The Agamas are nice. Agamas are very nice. They weren't hitting very hard. They didn't seem to have any skills. They're showing up in a pack of 4. If you decide to do your grind right now, I wouldn't blame you.
It's just all going to depend upon whether or not he actually can get it done.
Well, with as many party members as he has up, I don't think that's going to be as big a concern. Although Warrior Black Mage is letting us down. That Agama should have fallen over. There it goes.
And goodbye that Agama, goodbye other Agama.
Thief doing work there, almost 300 damage, very nice.
Yeah, the thief itself has been quite strong.
Got a coral sword on there with some sort of bonus, can't complain about that.
Cheesenator in chat asking, what's all this then? Double anti-bingo for Irongol between DVS and Caleb.
Bingo! I just felt like I had to say it at least once.
Hey, it never hurts. If you notice on the bingo board, we have chips signifying the row or column or diagonal that each player has to take. And in the case of Caleb, he has to do row 5, or DVS has to do bottom left to top right.
DVS 1 cracking away from having a full row there at the top. Caleb, meanwhile, still needs to hit level 40 with 1 character and figure out where Bahamut is, where 2 different worms are, and where the key is so he can finish out his exploration of the Marsh Cave. Oh wait, that's row 4. He needs row 5. My bad. He still needs to defeat Tiamat, gain 400,000 gold or 40,000 gold in a single shot, visit every room on Kraken 1, and see Scorched or Blaze. So, despite the fact Caleb actually has a 4-square lead right now over DVS, but it doesn't feel like he's really that much farther ahead considering what he has to complete.
I was about to say 400,000 gold. That means selling off the entire inventory, buying 16 items with a cost of at least 50,000 gold, and then turning around and selling them back.
It's okay, just item dupe the Masamu, not a big deal.
But that's a different Final Fantasy.
I know.
Oh, the Mystic Key coming from the fairy. That could actually lead back to Canaria Castle, though Caleb could also, if he wants to, get the rest of the rooms in Marsh.
That is helpful to him, and that would get him yet another row he can almost complete. And we know the mermaids aren't really all that hard to get to, as apparently he's right there. So that's going to be another spot. He'll be within, like, a key's breath, basically, of finishing off that row.
He definitely will be.
Bye, Daryl. Poor Daryl.
Walk up to a mermaid. Hi, Chop. Walk up to another one. Hi, Chop.
The slaughter. It's a real thing right now.
It's relentless. Alright, Caleb going through the mermaids as DVS is heading over to Titan's East in order to take on Astos. Or not take on Astos, but check what Astos has.
Getting that ruby that we knew Astos was sitting on.
Oh, I just thought about something. Since Titans is incentivized, and I don't believe Caleb's gone to Titans yet to check that box, there's a possibility that the floater could be sitting at Titans. There's a massive toss-up right now between Titans or Canaria Locked.
And actually, no, Marsh is not incentivized, but Marsh Locked is. So having that key did open up a couple different areas for Caleb.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Shadow Flame's letting us know.
That's what it is. Thank you, Shadow.
Opal O, which, if it has a plus on it, that's still not a bad thing.
I mean, it's +1. I forgot he did go check it. That's right.
There you go. I mean, I didn't even notice it. I think I was focused on DVS and the bingo board at that point.
Yeah, DVS is about to go check it.
It's amazing how adding in one more square makes the layout so much more complicated to look at.
That's not too much more complicated.
Just complicated for me then. Okay. DVS back in here. Looks like he's maybe searching for an eye. Doesn't find it. Comes in, gonna get his opal though.
Yeah, he went into the wrong entrance. It's like when you're walking up to go see somebody and you stop in front of the wrong house, but you think you're at the right house, and you go knock on the door. Oh crap, I'm at the wrong house.
And then you run. Yeah, Opal +1 is definitely better than the Copper +7 that he's rocking.
But we have yet to see gold bracelets.
True enough. throwing the stun plus 8 stick on that black wizard. Gonna see if that's any better for him than he was getting with that knife.
It probably will be. As Caleb is in Marsh Top at Castle Ordeals, DVS needs to get that bottle, go turn it in, and grab that key, because I'm pretty sure that key is going to be the major difference right now.
I do hope DVS hasn't forgotten about it.
That is something that I'm worried about, is that he has forgotten that he did pick up that bottle and then reset before saving with it.
I do know that Caleb is using an entrance tracker to keep track of everything, which is smart in Floor and Entrance Shuffle. I don't know whether or not DVS is using one as well, and that's one of those things, like, you can run an Entrance and Floor Shuffle without an entrance tracker. It is possible. I just find that about, around the 50-minute mark, you start to forget where locations were.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And Caleb, you just walked into death.
Hi, Caleb. Bye, Caleb. That's what those zombies said.
That's what the ghouls said, because they have damage poison. DVS has forgotten that the bottle was at Volcano.
Yeah.
On the right side of the C-split.
Yeah. I think he's actually going around and rechecking all of his steps to figure out what he missed.
It is unfortunate, but that is the nature of the beast itself.
Yep.
And I have a feeling that he's thinking he popped open the bottle and actually saved with it instead of resetting out. He's back in the waterfall.
Yeah, I'm wondering about this. I'm wondering if he thinks Robot had something he forgot to grab or reset out of or something.
He may be checking all the areas that have incentives that he has been to.
Yeah.
And there's a red D tile for Caleb. That's a beautiful tile to find right now.
This will net him his third dragon, I believe, because I think he also already took out Gas D's and Blue D's.
He has already taken out both Gas and Blue Dragons.
There we go, we see it lit up there. That puts him within one square of yet another tile.
Another wine close to being done for Caleb.
So whatever. Now the key thing is the set of tiles he has to fill out. He really hasn't made any progress on it yet. But, and we see that the tile lights up for visit every room in March 3. That actually does officially give Caleb a completed line there. So the only thing he has to worry about is that bottom row right there. So he's within 4 squares of go.
He is, and he just found the chime in Marshlocked.
Considering the fact that we've seen other docks turned on, I am more than willing to expect... Yeah, the northern docks are on. That means that we could very well be in for a floaterless scene here.
It's a possibility. It looks like every single dock is on, and DVS is just sailing past the Ryukon Desert in Crescent.
So the concern here for Caleb is that he needs to visit every room on the Kraken floor, although doesn't have to defeat Kraken, and he's got to defeat Tiamat 1. I do not believe we've seen the Bridge of Destiny, and we have not seen Kraken's floor yet, which puts him in an awkward position right now, because I want to say we've seen every entrance we can get to except for one, which means that there's a possibility he cannot go floaterless.
Did Caleb go check Locked Canaria since he's got the key?
Don't think he has yet.
He was right there, which means it would have been a perfect opportunity to do so. DVS about to find out that he did not ever pick up the bottle because he reset out of it. This is going to be a heartbreaking moment if he actually checks up there.
Sorry.
DVS is not heading up to check the lake to see if the ferry's up there.
Yeah, as I was saying, we have Kraken's floor here, so this means that Caleb at least is able to take care of this tile. Pretty sure this also spells a floater seed for Caleb, though.
Yes, this will most definitely cause it to be a floater seed for both runners at that.
You're correct, because we haven't found Bahamut yet either, which definitely points to that needing to be done via floater 2.
Correct.
DVS looking a little stumped there.
Yeah, DVS has completely forgotten about Sarda at Volcano. Caleb in an encounter with some waters. This is an encounter that he might drown in, if you will.
And with that, he has visited every room there on Kraken's floor. He's walking back out, although I don't think that's a requirement for actually finishing that tile.
Did he visit the very top room? Not Kraken's room, but the very top room.
The big top transition room? Pretty certain he did. Yeah, there it is. Oh, unrunnable encounter, but you've got nukes. It's fine.
Wait, there's a spell called Nuke? What?
It's white magic, didn't you know?
No. I thought that was Ultima.
3 squares to go for Caleb, and then he can go enter the Temple of Fiends.
Clarb is very close.
Question in chat about who is who. Caleb is the blue, DVS is the green.
Alright, DVS finding out that the Batman themselves really don't have a lot of HP. Gonna go ahead and nuke them down, get some EXP, and find out the bad news of Marsh not being an incentive location. He still has not quite figured out that he needs to go back to Volcano, which has the C-split go to the right side and talk to Sarda again in order to pick up that beautiful, beautiful bottle that holds the fairy.
Yeah, until he does that, he is in a very precarious position here. It's really hurting him that he hasn't gone and finished that out yet.
He did go and get it, and then he reset out of it. Double bingo, not triple bingo. Alright, Caleb is inside of Canary Castle, about to check Canary locked, which, honestly, I think this will end up holding the floater. Ooh, better get TNT. I like that as well. Alright, so with Canary locked holding the TNT, that allows for another trip over to the Dwarf Cave, where the Harm Shirt +3 was obtained. And that was the turn-in from the Adamant.
Caleb really making good, solid progress here on this. Still having to figure out how to get that 40,000 gold requirement, though. That's going to require a fair bit of treasure finding.
It really will, or maybe one of the armor shops here later on will have, or even the weapon shops for that matter, will have something that'll sell for high enough.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually checked to see how much that Opal O, for example, will sell for. We know the X-Cal will net you a little over 2 grand. So just have to find the other 38. And there it is. There's that floater we were expecting.
Yep. And technically right now, Caleb is 4 squares from being done. Let's see what these treasures are going to have. Is that a Cure 3 hammer that I saw? Because that's a beautiful find.
3 squares. All he's got to do is those last 3 squares on the bottom row, and he's done.
Oh yeah, technically speaking, because he's got column 1 done.
Yep.
Yeah, because Caleb's forced to do row 5.
Yep. With that blue poker chip right there.
DVS is the one that's forced to do bottom left, top right. And DVS is also almost done with column 1 as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's 4 squares from finishing so long as he can get that bottle. And that bottle is really what's holding him back right now. I think we've been seeing him spin his wheels for about 10 minutes right now, trying to figure out what he missed. And what he missed is that bottle. Now, we set it in the right area. I'm wondering if it's finally clicked for him.
I think so, and I think he's going to realize that it very well may be too little too late.
Possibility, but... I mean...
As the airship goes into the Caleb at 1 hour and 1 minute, yes, that is exactly how my brain had that sentence.
Seems perfectly reasonable to me.
Yes, Caleb into the air on his airship in 1 hour and 1 minute.
Ah!
It's the Dark Witch Astos. Okay, let's go.
The Astos stole my crystal, go kill him! Ha ha ha!
You fools, I was Astos the whole time.
I think the one we saw yesterday in the grand finale for Speed Gaming Live, we saw Astos was actually the elf prince the whole time. You're sitting there going, man, that's the... How do you even pull off that con? Like story-wise, the headcanon for that is impressive.
I have one answer for that.
Okay.
Very carefully.
They'll never expect this. Okay, +4.
That's not a bad pro. Okay, DVS finally over at Sarda as he's about to kick himself. It's the bottle! He can finally progress.
Power Staff +6, that is some nice vendor trash.
Did I hear a larger stick?
Yes.
So now one of the mages can just wield a log.
He can't, but I have a feeling they'll probably just sell it instead. I mean, it's log. It's log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
And some might say it's better than bad. It's good.
You set that up for me.
That was the intention. Caleb, finding a house. And a box.
He can have it. Can't use it, but he can have it.
It's one of the best treasures to find, a house in a box.
How does it work?
Magic.
Alchemy's pop-up house.
I will actually agree with that. The house in a box is great for a snack.
Caleb has found the 4-peed grind.
Nothing will impede him from getting this grind done.
But,
Alright, so Caleb running through the Agama floor. We don't know what the Agama tile is going to hold, but it looks like the Grey Worm tile is nachos. Another house in a box.
So, he doesn't need to go looking for...
Tile.
He doesn't need to go looking for key items everywhere. Oh, that's a vorpal. That's nice. That ninja, if you decide to up the class change. Which... it's not a key, it's not a square he has to worry about. He could.
I mean, there is one sword that could be...
better.
Yep,
yeah.
And that is the katana.
But it is vanilla vorpal, so if they don't find a good katana to replace it, that's something. But for the most part, what he's really looking for is stuff that he can use for vendor trash.
The Agama tile is nachos. I like this.
Delicious.
Since these nachos are sitting in the volcano, they're good and spicy.
Cure 2
DVS
sword.
Finally getting the Mystic Key. On the right track, ready to continue the seed. Done spinning his wheels. And I expect him to be coming back very quickly as Caleb finds on-rack.
Deep on-rack.
Oh, I feel bad for Caleb right now because he finds on-rack with cabins.
A little bit of rage checking of the nothing there. That Cure 2 sword is going to be nice, though, at least because it is more vendor trash that he can use for that money requirement.
Oh, very much so. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and see what lies in the submarine. Because, who knows, this could be the path to Tier 1.
Caleb murders Cope, not going to get him any friends here. Finds a split after deep on rack.
That's a thing.
That is most definitely a thing.
You know, there is one thing that we haven't seen yet from either runner that Caleb's gonna need to see.
And that would be?
Scorcher Blaze.
That is true. But the downside of a early nuke is that you kill a lot of enemies before they have a chance to get into their skill list.
That is very, very true. DVS picking up the TNT. DVS is on the path to be able to get into the air. This Caleb has a lot of exploration done.
He does, but bear in mind that DVS is only working at a 1 square disadvantage. And he does not have what I think honestly might be one of the worst squares on the board, that 40,000 gold requirement.
I don't think that 40,000 gold is going to be all that bad after Provoke is found, because there's just something in the back of my mind telling me that Provoke is going to have an item that is ridiculously expensive that can turn around and be sold for that square to be done relatively easily. I think the worst square that Caleb has to deal with is seeing Scorcher Blaze, especially with that early level nuke.
Ice Armor +6, he's going to want that, because for a ninja, that is basically your best armor you're going to find right there.
Unless you find a better Flame Mail.
Flame Mail. I think we saw Flame Armor, and I think it might have only been +1, so... that's a beaut.
Alright, Caleb finding Ice Cave 1 right after Earth 2, and we're back.
DVS,
Hi, we're back.
Key in hand, DVS is finishing off this row right here. Gonna go and visit every room of the Ice or Marsh Cave, and this will net him a lot of poison damage.
I like the Agama fact that Dual Masahi Dual put in chat. Agamas are faster than cabins, but only if they cast fast on themselves.
With that, DVS has tied things up already, and he is only 3 squares away from go mode.
He just needs to find Bahamut, kill 3 different giants, and then hit level 40 on one character.
Yeah, and the thing I'm thinking here is, let's be honest about this. That one requirement there, the hit level 40, he's going to do that no matter what because of his black belt. I really feel like, all things considered, he only has 2 squares to go until he's in
he just got back-to-back War Max.
Yeah, that was rude.
Oh, and he wipes!
That was rude. Not the end of the world. I don't think there's much gear in there he cared about, but that was rude.
That was an unfortunate wipe for DVS.
Question in chat about whether or not Warmech would be a good grind here this time around. I really don't believe so, because Thunder, Hard Hitting, and Cure 4, that Warmech is going to put up a massive fight.
Now, the only way I could see it being a decent grind is if it happened to roll low on health and the black belt's already at 32, because then the black belt in and of itself would be able to get 2, 3, maybe even 4 levels from one met kill. It would be extremely dicey, but it's very doable. At
150 to 300% clamping, that Warmech is going to have at least 1500 health.
So it's very possible, but Caleb has found the level 2 town of Provoca. Let's see
Fast.
if... Okay, fast.
Cheap fast is nice.
Nothing expensive in the weapon shop, but that doesn't mean that the armor shop's gonna have...
Cure 3
nothing.
stick would net us 5 grand. The Sun stick would net us another couple grand, 0.2. Cake stick is another 1.7.
18.
Xcal is 2.5.
Cure 2 sword is about 10.
Vorpal's another 5 if he wanted it. I think he's still short. I think he's still, like,
He is still short.
20 grand short there. I don't think he's going to be getting that from weapons. He's going to have to see about whether or not he can get it from armor.
Fast was the... Fast and Heal 3 were the 2 best spells at level 2, but those were both in the Black Magic shop.
Caleb showing us that the pirates are cakeable, one of the only quote-unquote water enemies that can be hit with cake. I guess the rod for his troubles.
Good ol' Earth Rod. You... So, here's the thing. If the shop has gold bracelets and they actually are at a good price,
Yeah.
then he could just buy them, turn around, and sell them.
Yeah, that might be his best thing. Spend 80 grand at the shop, leave, come back in, and then sell them all. Technically, that would do the gain 40, even if it is a bit of a cheat.
But tents? How about them tents?
That's intense, man. But yeah, like for the armor he only has about 20 grand in armor he can sell, and he only has about 15 grand in weapons he can sell, unfortunately. And the downside is the fact that he has to make it all in a single shop, not a single town, a single shop.
Yeah, that is the only downside on that bingo square in and of itself.
I mean, they did crank the sale prices up to 400%, I think, to try and make that square more manageable. But I think a lot of stuff rolled down towards the 25% to balance that, and that kind of hurts. So
at this point, DVS, in order to be in go mode, has to visit Bahamut, kill 3 different giants, and hit level 40 on one character minimum. Caleb, in order to hit go mode, needs to defeat Tier 1, earn 40,000 gold in one shop, and he needs to see Scorch or Blaze.
And DVS has already seen Bahamut. He's gonna go talk to the guy and say, "Sup, buddy? Sup, buddy?"
Good old hi Bahamut, bye Bahamut.
Yep. Didn't say he had a class change. Just have to go and visit. So he took care of that. And he is going to get level 40 on a character no matter what. So really, the only thing he's worried about at this point is going and finding some giants. So, you know, go hang out in Volcano, go hang out in Ice Cave, go hang out right here, and he can get his 3 giants that way. Oh, you know, get some worms in the process.
Sandwiches. And a Wormek.
We said giants, not Wormek.
Honestly, if I were DVS, I'd go searching for the other towns just to see if I can't find maybe a life spell or something like that.
Well, I mean, he does know where a life spell is. It's just it's on the Dead Black Mage.
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe there's giants in here. I think this is Ogres.
Giants would show up in Earth 4. Oh, Caleb's gonna have to go to Lefane.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do the long walk. DVS gonna check the Hall of Giants. Finds
The
giants!
long walk of oh no.
Wow, is this even randomized?
No.
No, it's not.
I'm just gonna fire that answer right off.
Congrats, you killed a giant. Now you just need to find 2 more.
You just need an ice giant and a fire giant.
And I mean, right now doesn't want to take that, but he may have found a good grind tile there.
Staking Wings isn't bad to find. Though there is a tile that, or a couple tiles, shall I say, that neither of the runners have checked yet.
And that would be?
Northwest Castle.
You are correct.
Caleb has found worms.
Well, there's one of the 2 that he would need for a square he doesn't care about. I mean, he can finish this row if he wants. It doesn't actually, like, win anything for him, but...
Oh. DVS is getting the AC turned on him.
A little bit of frost.
No, it's a blizzard.
Woo! He cranked that up hard.
Yeah, the Red Bones have a blizzard, which is unfortunate. Caleb's still running around, not able to see Scorch or Blaze. Another Cure 3 axe +2. Not a bad find. Not going to yield a lot of money, but definitely not a bad... Hello? Is that a Saber Helmet +7?
Missed it for a second, but if it is, that's a must-keep right there.
And a Quad X stick +7. What even is this?
Woo! Okay, yeah, just confirming from the race room. It is row 5 and not 4 that Caleb needs. So despite the fact that Caleb is working quite well on row 4, that doesn't help him.
Absolutely true. Welcome to Double Anti-Bingo between DVS, who is green, and Caleb, who is blue. Caleb currently has 1 row done, needs 3 tiles in order to be in go mode, and the 3 tiles he needs are labeled by the blue chip. He needs to defeat Tia 1, spend, or not spend, but gain 40,000 gold in 1 shot, and see Scorch or Blaze. DVS in green needs to defeat 2 different giants now, since he has defeated the regular giants, and hit level 40 on 1 character to be in go mode.
Yeah, that is the anti-part, is that each of the players picked a row for the other one that they have to complete, And then the double part means they have to complete 2 rows total. So one chosen by your opponent, one that you just fill in on your own as you go. They each have the one on their own that they could pick, and they actually picked the exact same column to do. So now they're just having to fill in the one that their opponent has chosen for us, and in both cases, amusingly enough, their opponents chose fairly well.
Alright, DVS taking out the vampire, about to see what that box holds. I didn't see what either of the, or not what either, but what the red D tile is.
Yeah, I missed that, but the incentive tile was, or the incentive chest there, was an AI gauntlet. Vendor trash if I've ever seen it.
And the red D chest was a fog shirt +6. And Caleb's noping right out of there. Can't blame him for it. DVS, unfortunately, without the rod, having to leave Earth 3, so not going to be able to explore any farther.
May not be the end of the world, though. I think we've seen a couple volcano floors, so we should be able to get a red giant somewhere there. And we have seen ice, so fighting the frost giant's not going to be that difficult.
DVS only needs to kill 2 more giants and hit level 40 on one of his characters, and then he will be able to enter Temple of Fiends Revisited. He already has the key, he already has the loot, which is the tuba.
Short Topher and Chaos Rush means they don't have to kill any of the fiends, unless their tiles dictate that they have to. So Caleb has to defeat Tiamat, but that's the only fiend that he has to kill. Nothing else is required here, because the second they get go mode, they can just go right into Short Topher and be done with it.
DVS finding a very deep crescent lake.
With the slab and tents. So many tents, but he bought... Apparently you can actually go and buy over 99, but it won't actually let you do the purchase. That's kind of funny.
Cool.
Yeah, he went to A1, and he's like, can I buy that? And the game's like, no.
He went to steak sauce.
It was delicious. Level 6 Ruse in the white shop. Level 6 Fade in the black shop. I was about to say, is this even randomized? And then the game showed us, yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, as Reese Wolf points out, you can have AI, A1, whatever you want to call it, in your inventory, but the game won't let you buy it.
Yeah, it'll be A0 then A1. Since the game can't count to 100. Hey look, DVS finds the tail from the confused old man. Edgeworth is just telling him to get off his lawn now.
Between the two parties, that tail helps DVS a lot less.
Very much so, and DVS going to go ahead and use the N, make a quick save, and he's
gonna walk out.
Walk on out.
That's weird. Checking the tiles here, maybe see if you can find frost giants or something. Does not find unrunnable Mudgall sorcerers instead.
Magius, DVS is bottom left to top right.
Yeah, he just needs to get that diagonal angle.
Caleb is blue, DVS is green. Caleb needs to defeat Tiamat 1. Caleb needs to gain 40,000 gold in one shop. Caleb needs to see Scorch or Blaze.
Yep.
DVS needs to kill 3 different giants, which he has 1 done with the regular giant from Earth. And DVS needs to hit level 40 on 1 character.
We're close. We're close on both regards, but honestly, we've been close on both regards for, probably about 8-10 minutes so far. But DVS does find the delightful double nacho pack. Yeah, just get himself a quick run for the border right there.
Bingo sinks allowed for diagonals for quite some time. Alright, DVS
Finds the fire floor. This is going to be helpful for him, because this means he can get that red giant. They're on this floor, right?
Yes,
yeah.
He actually could encounter red giants on this floor.
Good. If it was me, I would just sit here and grind for it till I find it. Fog shirt +6.
Yep, the unfortunate realization of a fog shirt +6, but at the same time, it could be very fortunate. He's gonna go ahead and eat some more nachos real quick.
Yeah, definitely, I think his best move here is just wait until he gets a red giant so he can finish this out.
And then dive into ice and hope to encounter a frost giant.
Is he gonna go fight Carrie? No, okay, cool. I was really confused by that for a second. Wow, that thief is doing work.
Yeah, Thief is doing a lot of work, getting a lot of damage out in very few swings.
I have a feeling that come Temple of Fiends, he is gonna be able to just, like, sit with 2 melee warriors and punch everything down. That Chaos fight is probably not going to be very, very slow.
Yeah, I don't think it will be either. But he does need to hope that he gets that red giant very soon.
Red giants aren't the Encounter 7 or Encounter 8 that the Wormets take up, are they?
I don't know.
That's Wiz Ogres.
I mean, well, Bloodworth, the thief has always been good, let's be real.
Another Wiz Ogre pack. We've seen 4 of the packs so far, and DVS gives up.
There is a possibility that it could be in the Northwest Castle tiles.
Yeah.
It could also be in the Ordeals tiles. He almost used the cabin.
Did he tent?
Almost.
Good.
He did tent.
Good.
He paid attention.
Hey, exit! That would have been useful in the dungeon he was just in.
Yeah, he may actually dive back in there and see if he can't get the red giant encounter.
I mean, with exit in hand, I'd grind for it.
Caleb's found a pretty good tile at the Q block, or Mirage 3 if you want the actual floor, and is back in Provoca to pick up cake. Cake.
Delicious cake. Buckler +7, that would be nice if you had, like, Red Mage.
It would be.
Finishing out his collection of rings because he liked it and he decided to put a ring on it.
Alright, Caleb is doing math right now. And does not have quite enough to be able to make the gold. Alright.
So between which you don't want to sell the Saber 7, but that is 13 grand there, plus, oh, is that a second one that he found?
That's the second one that he found.
So if he keeps one, then he's got another 7 or so, that's 20 grand. Fog Shirt would net another 13. I think he's got it, depending upon what he sells, and he's doing it.
I think he's got it.
Yep.
The math is going to check out.
Yep.
He's got it.
Did he hit it?
I'll have to go back and check.
He hasn't lit it.
He sold off the ribbon.
I think the ribbon was worth enough. I'm just not certain he wanted to sell the ribbon.
Yeah, he got it.
He got it by like 100 or by like 50k from what MG Weirdo in chat is saying.
He ended up making an extra 10k on it, so he got it for sure.
No one likes selling a ribbon, but credit to him for that. He knew he had to, and he did it. DVS back. Looks like he's trying to get that red giant again. Accidentally went into Almbrack, though.
Hopefully he can find it pretty soon. That's going to be something that's pretty imperative at this point.
Well, with the...
Because after he gets the other two giants, then he can just go grind wherever.
With the Unleashed War Mech, he does have the potential that... Because of the way that unleashes into a different one for each zone. And each of the volcano floors is technically a different zone, right?
I'm actually trying to remember on that one. I want to say yes, but I'm not 100% certain.
Because, yeah, if that's the case, if he can't get the red giant on one floor, he could try for it on a different one, like here, maybe.
This floor won't have
Yep.
it.
But the tiles... We haven't checked the fire elemental tile. There could be a red giant on there.
That is a possibility.
The 4 Agama pack, is that a B-side tile, or is that based on the red giant Agama tile?
That's a B-side.
Okay. Because if that was a chance for it to be the red giant Agama, then I would just sit on there until you got the right encounter luck on that. There's so much deep game lore you have to have here.
Alright, DVS finding a saber helmet.
Not gonna complain about that whatsoever.
Not at all. Hoping he actually goes to check the fire elemental tile.
He takes that helmet in his hand and says, "Power bonk!"
He finds the worm tile here, which this is a great tile.
It's a great tile for a grind if the worms didn't immediately decide to punch his black belt down.
His black belt's been dead.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Yes, that is actually correct, Reese. The red giant Agama pack can never roll a 4th Agama.
Valuable knowledge. You have life, it's at the top. There you go. Because clearly DVS can hear us, even though he totally can't. Yeah, once you throw an Unleashed War Mech into the mix and start having to figure out, like, everything that's going on in there, the math in this game gets really wild.
No math.
No math on Twitch.
No math, just go.
Yeah, as Will Borthworth in chat notes, 4 worms or 4 Gasties are dream grinds, and these worms did not appear all that tanky at all. And DVS is going right back to them.
Which is a good move. Here we go. The grind is about to start. This black belt is going to be online and ready to destroy.
He has put some of his other party members up front, however, has not removed their armor. I think he's just going to naturally let them slowly die, and get us whatever levels they can so that he can finish out Topher with a minimum of fuss. Or... Nope, never mind. Okay. This is what happens when I open my mouth.
I was about to say, you should know better on that one. Alright, so, here we go. As Will Bloodworth put in chat, and I was about to say, Goliath Online.
Caleb has... Okay. That was weird for a second there. Caleb stopped. I'm like, wait, it suddenly went quiet. What happened? Caleb visiting the Bat Party Room. Caleb is the hero we always needed.
But never deserved, question mark?
And he checked off the square. Is Caleb just going for a full, like, 25 of 25?
I mean, it looks like he is going for a blackout right now. These worms are having fun trancing DVS down. Is One Punch Monk.
Oh, the Goliath Online was a StarCraft reference. I'm sorry, it just sounded like Voltron to me.
Yeah, it's StarCraft 1. That is the Goliath's.
Yeah,
the Goliath's line when it comes into the field.
I didn't play that game. I'm sorry, but I know Voltron.
I can't fault you on that one. You should know that.
Or, as it's called in Japan, the original name of it, and I just love saying it because it's such a great name, Beast King Go Lion. Love that name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so good.
I will actually agree with Will Bloodworth's comment towards you, Dark Moon. You gotta go play some OG StarCraft.
I played a lot of Warcraft back in the day. I just didn't get into StarCraft. I don't know.
Alright, DVS is down to the White Mage and the Black Belt. It is time for this grind to be online.
Yeah, thing is, these worms hit really hard, so taking as long as he can before he goes to 2-man or 1-man is not bad at all.
Alright, here we go. It is time.
So, something you pointed out earlier, need to point it out again because it's still a thing. We have yet to see Scorcher Blaze. Caleb killing a couple bats in the Bat Party Room while he's there. Ain't no party like a Bat Party party.
I mean, it's not a good party until somebody is laying on the floor. Jacob brought the dip.
DVS just getting worms for days. Unfortunately, has been stunned by them.
Oh, this could get scary.
And the nuke does not finish it off. He's going punch strats. Does he even have any more? He does have more nuke. Good. There we go. That was suddenly getting a little dire right there.
Yeah, honestly, I was a little worried about it myself. With him getting as low as he was, and then the stun, On top of that, it's... Yeah, no, that's dire straits. There may be an intended pun in there.
There might have been. Caleb, continuing his blackout of the board, goes and visits Bahamut.
And he's going to be stuck with having to see Scorcher Blaze.
Yes, he is. Which, as Chad has pointed out, he's not really letting battles go on long enough to see much of anything.
Nope.
And they're not. I don't think they're even allowed to go. I'm not sure if they're allowed to go into Temple of Fiends until they've finished out their board. I know they're not allowed to defeat Chaos, but I'm not certain if they're even allowed to go into Temple of Fiends. So, like, counting on Blaze being on one of the final bosses may not even save you. Huh. So we'll see.
Blaze on TH2 would be a thing. Alright, DVS about to be done getting up to level 40. He's just been tearing through this worm tile.
Oh, so it wouldn't matter if if they could go into Temple of Fiends to go fight the bosses there. The additional Fiend tiles are not included in this short token they've chosen for themselves, so all the second Fiends will not be making appearance.
Which means we only get to see Tia this one time from Caleb, who is just meleeing down and invising and all that good stuff. As DVS is working on finishing up this massive amount of worms, he's just stacking the corpses up, just constantly.
I hope he likes fishing, because he certainly has himself a pile of night crawlers here. Making good use of that Quad X stick.
Yep, because he did deduce that they have under 300 HP, so he's able to just Quad X them straight into nothingness.
And although he's continuing his grind here, point out that he actually has finished that square, because his White Mage is level 41.
He may not mark it off until after he hits 42, though, on the black belt.
Yeah, I can't blame him for that, but it's there. There he is, he got it. And I think he only went to, like, what, 40, 41 on that black belt?
That might be the case.
Just figuring he'll get the last couple while he's exploring around looking for the giants. The only square he needs left. He's actually, point this out, DVS spent 15 minutes, like, randomly looking around for that bottle. He actually managed to get ahead of Caleb there on tiles despite that, for a brief second. And although Caleb has already spoiled it for us because he marked the bingo board early, as far as the stream is concerned, we should see Tiamat fall over any second. There it is.
Yep. There goes the nuke for 344, and that is it for Tia. The higher seed in the Irongol right now is DVS at rank 5, Caleb being rank 6.
It's actually a 3. The DVS is rank 3.
Or, yeah, rank 3,
Yep,
I'm sorry.
you're good.
I can't read the blurry numbers.
So how does this bingo work? Well, despite the fact that Caleb is apparently going for a blackout, all but 5 squares remain for him. That's actually not required. It's double anti-bingo. He only needed 2 lines. He has managed, what, like 3, 4 so far? So what he has to do is, DVS picked for Caleb the bottom row, which is marked there for Caleb, since Caleb is blue, by a blue chip. Caleb picked for DVS the bottom diagonal leading up to the left, up to the right, which is marked by the green chip. So, DVS has to finish out that diagonal and any other row of his choosing, which he's already done, and Caleb has to finish out that bottom row, plus any other row or column of his choosing, which he's done, like, a bunch. So, they're both good on their minimum requirements, they just have to finish their one opposing row and then they can go into the Temple of Fiends with a short and go kill Chaos.
That's not a short Topher. This is a genius play coming from DVS right now, going into Topher. He's going to try to get the Red Giant Agama encounter as well as the
You're right.
Frost Giant Frost Wolf encounter.
It's not short Topher. I've been reading it wrong this whole time. That's alt final boss. He can get both, can't he?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
This is actually pretty big for DVS. Because DVS is playing this extremely well right now.
Yeah, all he has to do is go in here, and on the couple floors where the enemies he can expect to find them will be, kill those on his way down. He can get those last two on the way to Chaos. Oh hey, more gas Ds if you need them.
Yeah, they can enter, but they can't finish the seed. They cannot kill the actual Chaos, the alt final boss, if you will.
So the Frost Giants, I think, can show up on this floor and the next floor.
No, just this floor.
Just this floor? Okay.
Topher, so with Topher, it's floor 2 for the Ice Giants, and then basement 2 carries floor for the Red Giant.
Of course, he's getting nothing but Chimeras and Chimeras right now. Jamiroquai. Just how like saying that. Hey, did you need a 4th dragon? Because we've got a 4th dragon for...
It's our good friend Jim and his good friend...
Yeah, didn't get your giant yet, dude.
I think he's checking to see if he can get it here on this first floor, which he can't. It'll be Frosties, Worms, and Metal Slimes, as well as Chimera.
Yes, Reese, he's giant hunting in Topher. Which is brilliant, so long as it works out for him. And he got 42, look at that!
Welcome to the gym era.
DVS.
DVS, you don't have them.
DVS. They're not here, dude. I mean, I would have made the same mistake. I thought they were on this floor as well.
Yes, so the Frost Giant location in Temple of Fiends is going to be the 2nd floor. You can get them when you're in that little hallway going up to the 3rd floor or post the loot tile.
Oh, look, here's a Warmack. Hey, hello, Warmack. Thank you. Verm. Dead Verm.
I think he's going to realize that there are no giants on this floor. And he's going to have to bounce back 1 floor.
I mean, he's probably going to reach level 50 here soon. But as long as Caleb has not found Scorcher Blaze, this is... Okay, DVS, where are you going now? You just gonna go do fire next and try and get that giant, then come back?
He may end up just going after the fire giant and then jumping back into Ice Cave to try to get the frost giant from there.
Yeah, because the frost giants just did not want to show up here.
Yeah, or even potentially checking the rest of the spike tiles and seeing if there might be one that would be useful.
Well, we know Lich has nothing. Goodbye, Lich.
The question in chat from Lord Goober 3, is this triple bingo? No, this is double anti-bingo.
Yep.
Caleb is in blue. He needs to see Scorcher Blaze. DVS in green just needs to kill 3 different giants. He is on the fire floor for the red giant.
I'm really worried about where that Unleashed Warmech is falling in the encounter table. I really am. Because like an enemy requirement like that that's getting overwritten by a Force War Mech, that would make me very worried. And apparently DVS has found the hero run in the encounter. There we go! He just unleashes on that giant. Doesn't even care about the Agma, he's just like, no, I'm killing that giant for all it's worth. Okay, now.
Sorry about that, I had a connection hiccup.
You're good. Okay, does he remember where Ice Cave is?
I'm pretty sure he's going to remember where Ice Cave is, because all he needs to do is get that one giant. Though, at the same time, he may also end up going to check the other tiles to see if there might be the Frost Giant Frost Wolf tile.
Trenton, he's already gotten... Oh, you're right! Are the Frost Giants over in the Lupa area? I didn't think they were. Just regular Giants are there.
Yeah, Lefane area will have the potential. They're more of a rarity.
Are they? They're over there as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I know he got the regular Giant actually from the Lupa area, so...
It's rare, but it's possible to show up as an unrunnable in vanilla.
And with this, he's dropping into ice.
Seeing the Frosty to start with.
Yeah, the Scorch and Blaze tile is definitely holding Caleb back. It's the only thing he has left, and it's a difficult square, apparently, because Scorch apparently only rolled on, like, one rare enemy we have not seen.
This is a little sweaty for Caleb, honestly, considering that he does need to see that Scorch or Blaze.
He got Frost Wolves with absolutely no Raw Frost Giants. That's just the game poking you in the eye there.
Mm-hmm.
Sorcerer?
Let's see how much longer it will be before DVS gets that mythical Frost Giant.
The only thing he has left to get.
Caleb does not need the Giants. Caleb just needs to see Scorch and Blaze. DVS just needs the Frost Giant.
Yep, they're each one away.
They're both extremely close, but Caleb unfortunately has to find one of the enemies that has Blaze or Scorch on it.
DVS getting no luck right now. The Frost Giant's acting very rare this time around. Yeah, DVS is working on the diagonal while Caleb is working on the bottom row.
If Caleb thought he'd seen it, he would have had the tile marked already.
I mean, I don't really see what else DVS can do here except try and, like, do this. My concern, again, as with that red giant when he was digging for it, is what if Warmech is on the only Frost Giant encounter? There, okay. Apparently my saying that, like, uncursed it. Go me!
Congratulations.
Yay!
You did the exact opposite of a commentator's curse.
It's a blessing right there. Enjoy that,
Bingo.
DVS. I'm not usually that nice. And with that...
With that, though, DVS is ready to go into Topher and blast through all of this.
Yep, he is in go mode. I mean, at this point, Caleb may just be hoping that he gets, Yeah, Lucky and one of the enemies he encounters on the way down has Blaze.
He goes to Vanilla Topher, but it's not Topher.
DVS has got this. He figured it out.
Yeah, Caleb is so close to a blackout.
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to get the Bracken the Kraken, because he went to Kraken's floor, decided not to fight him, and left. So, he's not going to get the full one, but he could have easily done an entire blackout if he wanted to at this point. Because I know we've also seen wood, iron, and steel armor in shops that Caleb's been to. So he could have done a blackout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And under 2 hours for a blackout is
That's impressive.
pretty good.
Despite how bad Scorch and Blaze were, everything else on this board came together really nicely. Trenton, Caleb had to finish out 2 rows, one that DVS chose for him, and any one of his choosing. Caleb, as you can see, has finished out a ton of rows. But the one that he has to do is the bottom row, so he needs to get Scorch or Blaze to show up for him to be able to finish out his required row.
Yeah, he's got forced
row
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caleb technically has 5 bingos, something like that.
4 at least.
4 bingos.
4, yeah. The second that he gets that Scorcher Blaze, he'll have another 3 on top of that. Now, I do want to keep an eye out for on DVS's screen, though, because if he finds Scorcher Blaze on the way down, like, whew. I feel bad for Caleb if he's past him.
Yeah, Tia 2 has Blaze, so it's in the pool.
Yeah, and I was wondering about that. That might be what he's banking on.
It may not happen, and he's... okay. This is a play from Caleb that I was not expecting, but I like this. It's a very scary play, honestly, but I like the idea here.
Yeah, it's in the pool. He may just be searching for it right now and hoping that because Warmack has a skill list, that Warmack has Blaze on that skill list.
It's very possible.
Yeah. And I mean, worst comes to worst, all he has to do is he has to see it. He doesn't have to survive it. He just has to see it.
Yep.
Wrong kind of fire. Come on, Warmack.
That is just Fire 3. That is not Scorch or Blaze. He is... Honestly, I think he's doing the right play here.
Yeah, this is the smart move.
He's just got to hope that Warmack doesn't just flat out melee.
Warmack seems to have a propensity for going to his spells. Will not be surprised if it's like a 30-30 or a 50-33 or something like that.
That's possible,
yeah.
But DVS sitting on carry 2 right now, as Caleb is trying to fish through Warmack's ability list to see if Warmack actually does have that Blaze or Scorch.
Something to point out that Chad has noted is that when Caleb sold that ribbon, he could have reset out after getting his 40 grand from that shop, and technically would have been able to like continue with the ribbon on, because it just says he had to get 40 grand. Didn't say he had to keep it.
Warmack's still just casting spells at Caleb. This is not going too terribly well for him, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, he needs that thunder to show that. So Warmack go back to that thunder list. So far has not. Meanwhile, DVS is just on his way down.
Yep, and Warmack throwing out a melee attack, which is quite painful, actually.
Yeah.
Warmack still throwing out spells.
He's got a ton
We know
of
that
cure
Womack
items.
has Thunder.
He's weathering this just fine.
Definitely is, as DVS is up against the Kraken right now. Gonna attack with the Black Belt. I didn't get to see how much damage actually went out from that, nor how many hits.
I really don't know what else Caleb could do at this point, though.
But that Thief is down right now, so it's gonna be the question of...
So...
about that Kraken.
Kraken gives a whacking right there.
About that Kraken. 7 hits for 611. That's
yeah.
Gonna be it.
That was a level 43 black belt that got destroyed in a single hit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was damage.
I think that was pure damage.
Death touch. I'm pretty sure that was damage because Kraken is Kraken's packing some power.
I mean, you gotta remember he's a 300% Kraken. Could be up to 150 to 300. There is no mid-rolling on this. Kraken is going to be nasty no matter what.
Yeah, minimum 150%, maximum 300, which means Kraken could have just flat out obliterated.
We will double check that and make sure that he doesn't have Death Touch. We think that was just pure damage, but Reese raises the point that he thinks that Kraken only did 600 damage there, which should not have killed that black belt. So we'll make sure we double check that. Because if that is Death Touch, the only thing I can think you do is take your black belt up to 50 and pray. Because the only thing helping you to survive that is more M-Death.
Yeah, I'm also checking. That was 7 hits for 753 damage onto the black belt.
So we got Thunder, Nuclear, Ink so far, still waiting on that 4th skill.
Gotta get to that 4th skill. We gotta see what it is. Is it going to be the magical ability? Both of the eggs are down.
Yeah, at this point, he's not finishing this out. He's just hoping for that blaze.
Wormack's still throwing out spells and not doing abilities. Come on, let's see what Wormack's got. Oh, Wormack throwing out a crit. There's the blaze!
Nice! That is his tile. Time to reset and go in. I don't know that I would finish this. I don't know that Warbeck's going to give him a chance. That's enough.
He's close.
That's enough. But he got the tile. Caleb with 7 rows complete so far. Even if DVS is able to get past this Kraken on this turn, Caleb, the hero of our hearts, going 23 of 25 on the bingo board.
Wait, is he actually 23 of 25?
No, you're right. He's 22 of 25 because he didn't get the Giants.
Alright, DVS back to carry 2, and carry 2 is down with a quad X. This is going to come down to what Kraken really decides to do. This is a very tight race right now.
It really is. This is all down to the dive right now and how they handle this. But at least we know don't have to fight Wormack now.
That's very true.
And we know that 1 Nuclear is out of the pool along with the Thunder. So that's good, valuable information there.
Alright. Back to the Kraken for DVS. Here we go. DVS is going to go ahead and ruse up the white mage in Viz 2 with the black mage. Going to get that evasion up as much as possible. Saber up the black belt as well. Very good plays coming out right now.
Will Bloodworth asking the important questions, though. Does Bracken and Kraken 2 count for Bracken the Kraken? The answer is yes. It doesn't specify which one. If you can Bracken the second one, it still counts.
I mean, 6% chance. That's pretty free. Oh, the black mage goes down, but 2 hits for 544 already coming out from the black belt. This is pretty good.
This is a chunky boy.
Yeah, because another 1,000 coming out, and Kraken's still standing, but 4 hits for another 1,060. That's it for Kraken.
Unfortunately, don't think the white mage has a life spell. Ironically, it was the black mage that did. So, this puts him in a bit of a precarious position. Thankfully, Tiamat tries to rub the character that had the ribbon on, so less concern there.
Yeah,
or maybe he didn't.
Also,
Just lucky. Wow. I mean, 42.
There's also a slight problem if we look back on the notes, thanks to our tracker, one of our trackers, Shattered Flames, for making them for us. Life 2 is actually only Black Mage learnable, or Black Wizard learnable, at level 8 Gaia.
Well,
that shop was checked.
If you're stuck doing man mode, I guess it's good to have it on your 45 black belt.
Yep, this is where things are going to get a little scary.
Now note, that white mage was baned through a wall, so rude. Final Fantasy,
right,
gotta be
DVS,
Final Fantasy.
DVS coming up to Chaos, he's gonna go for a crit loop with moving that black belt down into the 3rd slot and initiates the fight with Chaos.
No!
5 for 416. Stop comes out. Paralyzing Quad X comes out. Not going to do anything. Ice 3 coming out for 126 damage from Chaos. Saber's going to go out.
Good.
Increasing the accuracy and the damage output of the black belt. Another Saber going out. And
he's got to start hitting now. Oh no, he went for the wrong thing.
Low rolling, which is all right. Okay. He didn't use the right item, but he actually fixes that.
He needs Chaos to not hit and needs to go back to chip damage so he can refill, because, yeah, that was brutal.
Stop coming out again from Chaos, and
fails this
he's
time.
Just trying to refill his HP.
Now, that was the right move. He did using those Cure 3s did help, but, oh man. He needs to get his health up before that nuke comes out, because one hit from Chaos is enough to just, like, knock him all the way back down into nuke range.
Mm-hmm. More Cure 3 axe uses coming out, and Chaos attacks, dropping down to 57 HP. Nuke comes out, and that's a wipe for DVS.
That was... He's leaving. He's gonna go, I guess, grind the rest of the way to 50. He's tilted, you can tell.
Was an unfortunate wipe for DVS. We do have a question in chat asking, what exactly is Irongol? So, Irongol is basically our for fun style, if you will. It's an independent division of FFR itself, and we can challenge other people to races and just do whatever flags we want and just have fun with it. It's not anything that's super competitive like the spring tournament or Speed Gaming Live that just finished not too long ago, but more just us having fun playing the game with each other, doing what we do best.
It's just a way for us to have fun, race dump flags, compete with each other in a friendly sort of way, and then, you know, keep our skills sharpened before the next tournament comes up. And you get a cool title on the Discord while you have the championship belt.
The Irongol Heavy Metal Champion, as Caleb wipes to Kraken 2.
Caleb getting bounced. I think DVS has the better party for this. He just needs to not have his white mage get baned through a wall.
I think the best thing to do would be, at least for Caleb, would be to promote and grab fast. Because I believe that was at a lower level where the ninja would be able to learn it.
And he's got the armor for the thieves as well. He's probably just feeling the pressure right now because of how long it took to get that blaze. Would not be surprised if he's riding just a little bit of tilt as well from that.
Yeah, it's very, very possible.
And of course, Topher is the great equalizer right here, definitely proving its title in that regard, giving us 2 different gatekeeper bosses in here, plus a gatekeeper skill that we had to get for one of our 2 players to even be able to finish out this run. That's quite the impressive Topher right there.
And with life also being level 1 black magic, promoting really is the way to go at this point for Caleb, even though it would cost a little bit of time and he would have to get maybe 3 levels. It would be so much better to do to have those charges at the ready and be able to have 2 life casters and 2 fast casters.
The way Magic shook out, his party would actually really benefit from class change.
And he'd even be able to equip that Saber Helmet +7 on one of them.
The Ice Armor +6, the Vorpal Sword. There's a lot he could do with this party right now if he class changed.
Carry with Tornado, non-elemental damage. Not going to do too terribly much. Quad X stick coming out, and it's going to be an effective carry, still over 300 HP.
Still over 300, even now. Oh, crack coming out, that's bad. Wiped his life caster, and he immediately resets out of that.
Very fast reset going out of that. As Caleb now is in the lead on the Topher dive, going up against the Lich, going to try to Quake Lich down. Ineffective. Fell into crack, terminated.
You know, all things considered, with the way this board shook out, how difficult this seed has been, I kind of feel like this could have been a hardcore match.
This very well could have been a hardcore match. A very unforgiving Kraken, a very well hidden Scorch and Blaze.
Even the Giants didn't want to show up.
Yeah, the Giants were being very stingy on wanting to show up.
Oh hey, now DVS gets a bunch of Frost Giants.
Yeah, and I bet he's not too terribly happy about that.
He's like, stupid Frost Giants.
Alright, DVS about to be on the Lich floor again.
This Take No Prisoners carry, though, unfortunately wiping one of his thieves. That means he's going to be going into this next floor with one of his party members gone for good.
Yeah, this could end up being very scary for Caleb. Alright, DVS on the earth floor, Caleb
still working through.
Moving stuff around.
Yep. Figuring out just what exactly he wants to do here.
Alright, DVS making the sprint to Lich as Caleb is getting everything back in order.
Lich dies in a puff of dust, as is his way. DVS immediately moving on to the carry floor.
Which is to be expected, as Caleb is back on the sea floor.
Oh look, our giant!
He has gotten both giants.
So sorry, DVS. Yeah,
Correct.
as chat points out, and we noted earlier, Caleb has absolutely no revival magic, so every death is painful.
If he were to go promote, he could get life on both ninjas. He could get fast on both ninjas. He could get cure 4 on both ninjas. He could get Brack on both ninjas, and even attempt to go for the 6% Brack on Kraken 2.
Ugh. That damage poison ate through resources that Caleb probably didn't want to spend.
This is definitely one of those situations that I am all for promoting, especially knowing what's at levels 1 through 4 Black Magic. No katanas have been found, but the Vorpal has been found, and it is just the base Vorpal.
DVS kills carry 2 is hot on Kalarb's heels to get down here for Kraken. And Caleb gonna take another time facing Kraken, keeps his thief up front. It's a bold move, Cotton. It's a bold move.
Very bold. He's going to try to evade Cap. Survives a punch from Kraken. That is good.
Not gonna survive a second, though. And I'm curious what exactly he's gonna do to help out that thief. Or if he even cares.
He's going to double the Cure 3 axe.
Does not care about that thief. This is a very interesting strategy here, Cotton.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to... Oh, I know exactly what he's doing now. I just realized it.
White Samurai?
White Samurai. But he's still getting hit by Kraken.
Oh, and Kraken dodged all of that. Yeah, White Samurai is not going to work here. This, more than anything, indicates to me that he needs to class promote.
I absolutely agree.
Although, to be fair, DVS is also missing. This is a highly evasive Kraken.
Yeah, this Kraken's evade is so high right now.
DVS finally lands a hit, and it's 1 for 238 damage. Another 1 for 266. And there goes the black belt, and I don't think DVS has the juice for this.
Yeah, I don't think DVS does either. I think he's just gonna give it a shot, but ultimately end up dying.
So I think in DVS's case, what this indicates to me is, you know where worms are? Go finish out your level 50 on your black belt and your white mage, and then let them kiss dirt and start level 50ing your thief and your black belt. Or black mage, because they're not surviving without, like, a ton of levels. I don't think there's anything else you can do.
Absolutely, and as our other tracker, Rock Solid, points out, Kraken 2 is the real final boss of FFR.
Yep. There's the Shadow Flames comments, and I will note, there's a reason that Kraken 2 is generally the gatekeeper of these games.
And especially with a clamped Kraken at a minimum of 150%. But Caleb is finally breaking through, getting some hits on Kraken 2. And then gets hit for 133. Luck of the Bane, Luck of the Brack, all sorts of stuff. But Caleb does make it through Kraken 2. He still has that white mage alive with the Mosmine +3.
Yeah, Luck of the Bane, Luck of the Brack, instant death spells. for all three of these final feeds, this might be the only way, like, to really get through this. It's bad. That makes it feel like it's a 3 in 256 chance 3 times to actually finish out the seed. Luckily avoids that wall. Or that, rub.
So the question that I agree with Reese asking is, does Caleb have enough resources to make it through?
Well, part of the risk is the fact that his white mage, like, only has, like, 400 health.
Yeah, and Chaos has nuke and hits like a truck, and who knows exactly how this is going to go at this point.
Yeah, because Chaos was hitting that, black belt for 529, and that black belt was 45 at the time.
It's all going to come down to the Ruse and Invis stacks. He'll only be able to hit 4, maybe 5 stacks of Invis, and even that's going to be a little iffy.
He's getting good use out of that Cure 3 axe, though. Dang good use out of it.
Yeah, he's been making quite a good use out of that. Tried to go for the Quad X. T is still above 300 HP. Nuclear coming out from Tia. Alright.
When in doubt, Saber up.
As DVS is on carry 2 as well, and Caleb just sabering up, trying to get as much damage out as possible. 331 coming out from Tia. That's a painful hit.
Another crack across the bow like that, and Caleb's done for.
But he has gotten back up to 338 HP, and back up to full on that white mage. This is where he can either make it happen, or he will probably end up dying. This is most definitely a battle of attrition.
Ugh! And he hasn't even gotten to Chaos yet to see just how bad Chaos is. Like...
He has not. That is what the most fearsome thing is.
And he's given up and he's going to nuke strats now.
He might be able to get the Quad X out.
Or just nuke straight down.
With 282 nuke, that's going to be it for Tia 2. Caleb is going to move on to Chaos. This is going to be a little terrifying. With 1 Ruse, 3 Invis charges, he can get 5 stacks of evasion out of the maximum of 6.
Chaos does like his spells, and we know that he has some spells in the pipe that aren't the worst. He could get his evades out with time enough to maybe avoid the hitter.
He's already at 3 stacks of evasion, going for that 4th. He gets the 4th. Chaos comes out with nuclear. He's going to have to use the Cure 3 axe, and he does. He gets it in time. Ice 3 is going to come out, putting him back in a nuke.
It's going to get him up to 5. This isn't max evade, but it's pretty good.
And Chaos uses Ice 2, so that egg is still alive, and Chaos misses. This is exactly where Caleb wants to be.
Oh, it's a good thing he used that Cure Axe when he did.
Getting initiative there was huge. Now, Caleb has to hope that he does not get crit.
Yeah, any crit is going to kill him.
But Chaos still just throwing out spells. He's playing quite nicely right now. Saber's coming out from Caleb, getting that white mage powered up. Ice 3 comes out. He's going to attack.
He only does 1 hit for 72 damage.
He is still at 400 HP. He gets dropped down to 181. Lit 2 is going to come out. He's at 361. Fire 3. He's going to get a good Cure 3 out
2
here.
hits, 658. That's good. Now,
that's really good. Damage Poison comes out from Chaos.
Now, Chaos could have up to 6,000 health, so that should give you an idea of like the battle we're in for. At a minimum, he's going to have 300 or 3,000 health.
DVS makes it through with his Life Caster still alive. He's able to heal up, get that thief back up. This could be a very close finish.
Now, or not. Okay, vampires apparently have nuke. Well, there goes that party.
Oh.
That was wretched. That was just the seed going, hey, I hope you like your party, because you're not going to get to keep it.
DVS stopping for just a moment, being like, did that really just happen?
Just clutching his head, going, what was that game?
Here we go. Caleb has thrown so much Saber out onto this white mage. And he's doing everything he can to stay above 400 HP. Nuke comes out. He resists it. Gets a 128.
So we had a question in chat about, is there a cap on how high Caleb can saber up his character? Yes, there is, but the fact of the matter is that it's very, very high, and he's unlikely to get there.
Alright, Caleb's going for it. DVS is not too terribly far behind, but loses the black belt.
Oh no, Caleb's at 59 health. He needs turn order right now. Gets it.
He's going to heal back up.
Now, if you're sitting here thinking, oh my god, DVS is going to forfeit, like, with all the nasty wipes he's had, don't count on it. DVS will plug through a seed no matter what. I've seen him play a 6-hour Chaos Rush before. Quote-unquote, rush.
Yeah, DVS will just continue trucking through. And Caleb is still just going here. This is impressive.
Whoa! Did we really just see that? We really did.
Yes, that was terminated. That's it for Caleb. Caleb just finished.
Holy! So that was about as low of a low health chaos as you could get with these flags. 1,500 health. That is a GG for Caleb with an official racetime.gg time of 2 hours, 26 minutes, 27 seconds. GG's to Caleb. Let's go see if we can get him in for an interview.
That was a ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous chaos fight.
Yeah.
Insane to watch.
That was impressive.
Beautiful, beautiful white samurai strats coming in from Caleb, and he is working on getting Discord open, and he is going to join us for an interview.
That, and as we were saying at the very start of the seed, that shows the power of that white samurai. I mean, think about it this way. Caleb with a level 27 white mage technically just beat a level 45 black belt.
Yeah, let that sink in for a moment.
Whew, I think we all need a moment to come down from that. Like, whoo!
And we are joined by the winner of this race, Clarb. GG's.